Afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They go play action with Cutler. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Cutler. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready?
First down, Vic. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care who you put on him. he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And Vic's throw there incomplete. The Falcons at 3-7 now on the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. The first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
From just shy of midfield, Vic. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hester to return from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Off the play fake, Vic. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Vic to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. These two teams all tied after one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a toss play for Peyton. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it in.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The throw on 2nd down from Vic, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Vic out to his left.
That's caught by Rison.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Vic operating on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's Cutler. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lutz is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Here's Peyton up the middle. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On the give, here comes Peyton. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action. It's Cutler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Fourth down, Vic. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. From the shotgun, Cutler. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for White on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
This will be the final play of the half. Vic, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Play action. Cutler steps away to his left. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 3rd down, Cutler. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Peyton driving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
They begin the drive with Williams.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And, I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Vick now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Hester. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Vick.
Into the hands of Rison. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's a play fake. Now Vick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 3rd and long for Vick. incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Down by 13 a gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
On first down, it's Cutler. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. Trying to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter, now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after it.
19 seconds.
On play action, Vic. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Another keeper here by Vic.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, Do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Fields on first down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So here's Vick following the interception. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Vick will look to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick runs over him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Again, it's Vick. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24, Vick. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So what can Vick do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for the 2-point conversion? And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cutler. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hester to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy...